So I see her on the bench. I'm gonna walk up to her, see if she get a gift. I noticed she got the balloon with her, and I also know she got the cookie cake, right? So she's sitting on the bench.
Right.
Why she sitting on the bench with some other dude feeding him the cookie cake that I had bought?
This is our content.
Geographics Media.
Thank you so much for just rocking with us.
I'm Step, aka Cyncere Wizdumb, my man Big J the artist, and my boy Corey, who does not like the name Buffaluppagus, so I'm not going to use it anymore. Corey, you said you had some stuff on your mind. Go ahead. You the early bird on it, bro. Run it.
All right, so I was just thinking about back in those good old days. You know, I was coming up, and I know a lot of people can relate to this during elementary school. You know, we all around the same age, Generation X's. So, you know, back in elementary school, you do arts and crafts and stuff. So, particularly and specifically for Valentine's Day, everybody had their little box. And what you would do is you'll get the little Valentine Day card, will you be my Valentine, happy Valentine, and you get it for all your classmates, right? And you stick it in the little box and everybody be happy. So I remember this one year, man, my mom was always bad about procrastinating. So she waited the night before to go out and get the supplies or whatever, the little cars and all the little candy and stuff you're supposed to have to put in the box for your classmates in school. Well, long story short, man, nothing's in Elberton. Elberton's a small town anyway, as we all know. Drugs are sold out, buy low, man, all the little mom and pop card shops, nothing's available. So we end up having to drive all the way to Colma, Georgia at a little gas station to get some cars and stuff for class the next day. All right, so get that. I'm up all night, putting all my little classmate name on the cars and stuff. We get all that done. Fine. Get to school the next day, put them in a little box, everything's well. That day, it rained real bad. And I used to walk home from Blackwell, right? So it's pouring down this day. And it was raining so bad, the teachers that were watching over the kids, they're like, hey, y'all need to chill out. Don't walk home. Wait till it let up a little bit. And me and one of the homies, we was like, nah, we can make it. So we take off, leave Blackwell, get up to the projects. You know where the Jungle Gym was, right down that big hill before you get to Fountain Street?
Yeah.
So we going up that hill, right? It was kind of steep. And so it was raining so bad, man, the hill got all muddy. I slipped down it, all my cars and stuff, my candy and everything just fell out of my backpack. I'm muddy and everything. I put my books and all my little cars back in my backpack. We trudge up the hill. I think I go over to Lockland Street, and my mom pulls up. I walked home. I wasn't a car rider. And she's like, boy, what the hell you doing walking around? It's raining like crazy. I get my tail tore up for walking home in the rain, ruining my clothes, ruining my new sneakers, and all my little Valentine stuff that we had worked so hard on the night before just ruined. And now on top of that, got my butt whooped. First Valentine Day horror story.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
Did you have a particular Valentine?
No, we was like 8 years old, so this was just for the class.
Yeah, I'd want to go home after that. I wouldn't want to do no Valentine. Shut to the heart.
Yep, you're to blame.
You get blue.
A bad name.
Bad name.
Wow.
Man, that's rough, man. Dang,
But I was 8 years old, so we were kids, so you bounce back from it. So no harm, no foul.
I mean, at the end of the day, it really don't matter.
Yeah, exactly. Cause you know that. I just wanted to throw that one in there, but they get better as we progress through the years of growing up.
Jay, do you have a bad Valentine's Day story, or something memorable that happened to you on Valentine's Day?
There used to be this restaurant downtown Atlanta called Casa Grande. Yeah, it was a really good spot. I was dating this girl. That was like a spot. Up until the moment I walked out of the house, it was warm. But it seemed like as soon as I walked outside, the temperature just dropped like 30 degrees, and it was freezing. It was so cold, and I was not dressed for it. It's like the temperature just going lower and lower and lower and lower. When it get cold, I don't want to go nowhere. I want to stay in the house. I hibernate. I am a true bear. All I want to do is just hibernate. It was so cold, the balloons I had got were losing air.
Started deflating.
Balloons normally go up to the roof of your car and they bump all around.
Yeah.
They had started sinking down. I could see them behind me in the rear view mirror. It had got that cold. I was like, I don't want to go nowhere. If it's Valentine's Day, you dating a girl, you gotta go. So I was like in a in a jacked up mood because I just really didn't want to go because it was just so cold. And I was cold when I was there.
What happened?
I was in a bad mood, and the girl got mad at me because I just, it was cold. I was like, you ain't cold? You know what I'm saying? I don't like explaining stuff to people when I know it's common sense. You know, it's freezing. You not feeling that it just got cold like that? And apparently it didn't bother her, and then, you know, like in those indoor-outdoor restaurants, they have a hard time like regulating, you know, the temperature, especially when it drops. So it was kind of cold in there, and even the employees and stuff were looking like, you know, they were cold because no one was prepared for it to drop like that. We can go do something else. Like, why we still doggone trying to play like it ain't cold out here when it's freezing? Folk were leaving. They pulled up and they got out of the car. They was like, nah. But everybody wanted to sit in the inside, so there was like a bit of a wait. I don't want to be, you know, the party pooper. I don't want to shoot down Cupid, so to speak. And I was in a kind of a pissy mood because I just didn't want to be there.
Did the young lady that you went with, did she talk to you after that?
She got upset. I was just like noticeably in a bad mood. I just wasn't trying to hear it. We can do something on Valentine, but it don't have to be this. Like, why you so stuck on this doggone restaurant? Like, we ain't ate here already.
Yeah, it ain't nothing new.
I'm
to
like,
you.
why we just can't do something? No, we can pivot.
You know something? I don't have a crazy Valentine's Day story.
Bro, come
you
on.
know, let me just point out. I'm going to say it like this. I am not a fan of Valentine's Day.
Me neither.
I don't like Valentine's Day. To me, Valentine's Day is my duty as a husband, as it would be my duty as a boyfriend. I don't like Valentine's Day because it puts too much pressure on me. It puts a lot of pressure on me.
Yeah.
First of all,
oh man,
exactly. First of all, growing up, nobody was checking for me on Valentine's Day. I didn't have a Valentine until like 11th grade.
Man, somebody, nah, man, come on. Yeah, people there, nobody gave you no sweet tarts or none of those little Sour Patch Kids or something for Valentine's Day and said, be my Valentine. I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
11th grade, B. 11th grade. I got the little pity Valentine's Day gift like the ones you destroyed when you fell in the mud. You know, that everybody gets.
Yeah.
You get it just for coming to school that day.
Yeah.
I did not get a special Valentine's Day gift till maybe, well, yeah, 11th grade.
You're such an outspoken person, such a likable person. You tell me one of the Pod A, Pod B teacher to get you a balloon for Valentine's Day for being such a stand-up guy?
I never got a balloon, B. My mama would give me a Valentine's Day gift or something like that. I thought something was wrong with me for years.
There's probably somebody that wanted to give you a Valentine, but you probably was ignoring that person.
There you go.
Because I think everybody in life have a person that, or people that they aren't checking for as much as that person is checking for them. And they would have been happy to give you a Valentine. But you
just missed the sign.
Thinking about somebody else.
I never got a special Be My Valentine with the little hearts, with it written on the hearts, little chocolate bunny, none.
So all the people who watch our content podcast and who listen to it, if you remember wanting to give Step a Valentine and he just wasn't checking for you, we want your comments. We want your comments.
Drop your comment below.
Or if you know somebody that wanted to give him a Valentine.
That's even better.
Talk to him around that time, and he just wasn't checking for him. You know what? This is married man. I ain't trying to get this man no.
I appreciate that.
Don't do that. I just thought about that. Don't do that.
Don't. You know something? In my adult life, I have had people come along and say, you know, I really used to like you. No, you didn't, because when I said something to you, you were checking for this cat, and you pretty much just dissed me hard. So nah.
This is what we're gonna do. If you had anyone that you ever wanted to get with, or just give a Valentine to, or let it be known around that time of the year, and you weren't able to do it, whether it was you were just shy or nervous or just whack or whatever, and you couldn't do it. You didn't do it, or the person noticed you. We just want we want to hear from you all and just let us know your story. So just not necessarily aimed towards any of us, not necessarily for us, but just your story in general. We want to hear from you.
So, with that being said, we back to you, Corey.
Going to junior high now. So I think it was 7th grade. I remember also on Valentine's Day when we got to middle school and high school, it was a big deal. Pretty much after lunch, everything stopped because they did all the deliveries or whatever. So everybody was going up to the front office or whatever, getting their little gifts. Everybody come back. Oh, what she get? What you did? Had this young lady that I was fond of. I got a couple of bucks. You get a little allowance from your parents. You might cut grass or something like that because I was too young to have a job. So had to do something to get a couple of bucks. Money was hard to come by at that time. We're talking like 1987, 1988. I'm 12 years old, right? So had saved up a couple of bucks. Went to the little floor shop, got a real pretty nice balloon for this little chick I was interested in, right? Got the little balloon. I'm feeling myself. I got my little money. I got it all set up so they can deliver it to the school. Anyway, I got it tipped for this one chick. She was in a different class, but we rode the same bus. So I like, yeah. I heard her call her name to the office or whatever. She get a little stuff. We get on the bus. We get on going home. I'm on there like, yeah. I'm on the back of the bus with my little whack crew. Telling her, yeah, I got so this little balloon, whatever, yeah. You know, she gonna be mine, whatever. So she gets on the bus. I had sent her one balloon. She get on with like several. So she started talking to her little friends on the bus like, oh, I got this one so-and-so. I got this one. Like, so-and-so. Oh, hold up. So long story short, it wasn't my girl. I get her this one balloon, saved my hard-earned money for, and she got it from some other cats. I gotta thank you, but that was it. So no luck on that Valentine's Day. Golly, talking about disappointing. I had another incident in high school was very similar. The girl was grateful, but she ended up messing with some other nigga.
Life lessons. I guess I had something similar. People weren't checking for me, but I checked for somebody.
Exactly.
I gave a girl a balloon. She gave it back.
Damn.
You mean to tell me you gave somebody a balloon?
Yeah.
And she gave it back?
I'm talking to so-and-so. Gave it back.
Well, hey, I know you don't want to hear that. That's messed up, and it was heartbreaking at the time. But she showed a lot of character in that. You know, she didn't want to lead you on.
Right.
She gave your stuff back. But you already spent your money. I get it. I get it, bro. Coming from somebody that got dragged through the mud on several Valentine's Day, I understand the pain. Hey, you had to recycle at that point. Like, oh, somebody that you know on Porter Drive or somebody that's around the way. Like, hey, yeah, I was thinking about what you got this. And it turned out you didn't get this second hand off of the day.
I was going to the car, B. I just cut the weight off of it and let it fly.
Wow, man, this sounds like something from a scene from a Spike Lee movie, man. And then they played a dang haunting jazz melody in the background as an ode to love lost, an unrequited love. That's pretty heart-wrenching.
Well, the good thing about it is, Alien and Jupiter probably enjoying it right now.
Wow. Leave it to my boys to shed light on it. And then it was another situation. It was another situation with the girl I liked or whatever. And my cousin, I got to call him out. It's Zach. Zach is the gangster of love. Zach, did you? Oh man, thank you very much. That's my dog. Love Zach, man. She was fair game, but I didn't know he was hollering at her.
I like to give cards on Valentine's Day, but they weren't Valentine's cards. I like to just give crazy cards, like those Sesame Street cards. It could be a birthday or it could be anything, just a crazy card that ain't got nothing to do with Valentine's Day.
Remember that.
Give it to the girl and she open it up. In fact, I think I'm crazy because I gave her a Cookie Monster card. It's her 4th birthday or something like that.
Yeah, I remember that. I'm glad you brought that up because I forgot about that because you started it on Valentine's Day. And you know what? It kind of caught on. So I started doing that dumb crap too for about a week or two after Valentine's Day. I had boosted a bunch of them dumb cards from one of the store back home, man. Happy birthday, happy anniversary, sympathy cards, sorry your grandmother passed. And so we just started giving them cards out randomly to people all over the school, man. So our teacher, we'd give us something like I like you, and it had a picture of a dog, man. It was smiling with some big teeth and stuff. We did that for like a week or two. I enjoyed that. That was fun.
We were different with how we had fun,
Oh,
man.
yeah.
We used to do some mischievous stuff, but it was just, hey,
It was harmless at the end of the day.
Harmless. Yeah, we still laughing about it to this day. So
Yeah.
carry on with your storytelling, my good man.
I'm in college, right? So I think it was my freshman year in college. So it was 1994, that Valentine Day. So this young lady I was talking to or whatever, we're fairly nice to each other if you catch my drift. We kicking it. So I go down, get a balloon. One of those cookie cakes you get from like Baskin Robbins or you see in the public deli section. Happy Valentine Day.
Right.
Remember, this is 1994, so it wasn't a lot of money, but it was a lot of money to a college kid at the time. So make sure it gets delivered to her dorm. So I see her on the bench. I'm gonna walk up to her, see if she get a gift. I noticed she got the balloon with her, and I also noticed she got the cookie cake, right? So she's sitting on the bench.
Right.
Why she sitting on the bench with some other dude feeding him the cookie cake that I had bought? I'm double checking, making sure like, that the one? Yeah, I look over there, I'm making sure she don't see me, right? I be doggone it. It's the one I had sent. I wanted to pull the Orange Juice Jones and run up on him, and do I saw you walking with him in the rain, but like Orange Juice Jones said, I chilled. So I waited till later on that evening. I went to her dorm, right? She had a roommate, and we went over there. We was chilling. We came out like, so how you enjoy the cookie? Oh man, it was delicious. I appreciate it. She giving me all these hugs. She walks out, she goes to the restroom or something down the hall. I had noticed earlier it was like a $20 bill. I take the $20, right? This is my payback. You feeding this nigga with my cookie cake? Okay, now you finna pay me back,
Right.
unbeknownst to yourself. So the next day I get a call like, when you in our room, you see $20 or something? And I hear some noise in the background like, I know you got my $20. Man, I had took a roommate's money, dog. I thought it came out of her purse. So they over there arguing and fighting for that $20 that I done took and paid back for the cookie cake and balloon I had bought her. So I'm like, I don't know what she's talking about. But I got me a little redemption on that one, man. You got to pay.
Why is it a common theme with us where we end up stealing something at somebody's house?
And in my mind, like I said, it was on her side of the room, so I thought, by her purse, so I thought. So, but y'all still swiped it, but hey, I had to make my situation old.
But how much did the cookies and stuff you had bought cost?
It probably was around that, $15, $17 or something like that. I broke even. I came out even, so get in where you fit in, brother.
Did you ever let them know that you took it?
No. She ended up leaving college. She left Statesboro fairly soon after that. She was from Baltimore. She went back up to Maryland, so I hadn't seen her since. But yeah, and her and her roommate, they weren't getting along in the first place. And so I hope it didn't come to blows, but if it did,
That was the straw
I
that
hope it didn't
broke
come to
the
blows.
camel's back.
Yeah, that
You had to go
$20,
back
man.
home after that. Your girl education ended. Corey took up roommate
Took up
$20,
$20, man.
Damn.
and she didn't even know who took.
That's recording. Big J the artist came clean about somebody failing a math test because he stole a calculator. This one, a man Corey, a king without a throne, has come clean about somebody possibly being kicked out of school because he stole $20.
We have no conclusive evidence that $20 in any way affected that young lady's life, especially to the point where her not being able to finish her scholastic studies. So let's not go down that road, brothers. Let's not go down that road. Let's not fabricate. Let's just stick to the points. Did I take the money? Yes. Did I feel I was rightly justified in doing so? In my mind, absolutely. How the hell you gonna feed this nigga my cookie cake? Now y'all running there talking about the lady, the girl couldn't finish her studies because she wasn't able to buy a copy of Beowulf for a literature class. Now we just taking on the life of his own.
That's just hilarious.
If I had known it was a roommate, man, I wouldn't have did that. But at the time, I was like, man,
Right.
F that.
So, we got anything else, my guys? I'm going to lay down depressed thinking about how my life was jacked up coming up with no Valentine's, man. Thank y'all for checking out Our Content Podcast. You can send us email at ourcontentpodcast@gmail.com or You can get at us on our different social media platforms. X, formerly Twitter, Our Content Pod, Instagram, Our Content Podcast. And be on the lookout for King Without a Throne podcast coming soon.
Yeah, real quick, anybody want to follow me, just jump on. I'm Boazman5 on Instagram, also Boazman5 on TikTok, and Corey Boazman on Facebook. You'll see it. It's wide open, so straightforward and to the point. BOAZMAN5 at Instagram and BOAZMAN5 on TikTok.
All right. Anything else, Jay?
Jason Thomas Arts on Facebook, jasonthomasart.com, my website, at Big J Thomas 3 Instagram. Other than that, what you won't do.
All right, man. So
All right.
with that being said, and with a little melody at the end, we get at y'all next time. Talk to y'all soon. Peace.